the World Wrestling Alliance, where professional wrestling is real.
Hello everybody, I'm JR, better known as Jim Ross, and welcome to a special recap edition of WWA Hotwired and WrestlePride. Ever since European Uprising and the crowning of our first World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, and the crowning of our first World Television Champion in Braun Breaker, the WWA has reached new heights it never thought it could go. Even though it is still early days, the talent know where they're putting the company, and they know exactly where it's heading. Even myself, I'm looking forward to the days ahead. But after European Uprising was done, personal rivalries have been forming, and one of them was with Kane and Damian Priest. At the start of our WrestlePride event, Kane came down to the ring and gave us his thoughts about the aftermath and what he did to Damian Priest, and said that he would be ushering in a new era of his total domination. Let's see what he had to say. Oh boy, here comes destruction. The big red machine Kane is on his way down the ringside, and what a dominating performance he showed at European Uprising against Damian Priest, who thankfully is not here tonight. But man, why wouldn't he be, JR? After we saw what Kane did to him, he literally bait into a bloody pulp, he squashed him between his two legs, and then he paralyzed him with that fourth choke slam. Well, you can't blame the Big Red Machine for what Damian Priest did to him, ripping his mask off, costing him that shot in the tournament finals. It was just absolutely just terrible. And Kane got a measure of retribution. Although, from what I can tell, it's definitely not over between those two. That's for sure. And the flames erupt.
When I was a child, everybody would stare at me. They would point at me. They would scream. They would laugh. And I hated every bit of it. I hated what society of normality had treated me as. So I tried to hide it with this mask. What you see is my true self and my essence. Even though I hide behind this mask, I use it to hide normality of society against me. And while I do hide from under it, that way I wouldn't be able to hear your screams or your laughter or feel your pain. And speaking of screams, agony, and pity, what happened at European Uprising, what I did to Damian Priest, was just a small example of what I'm capable of doing. But I have to give Priest a little bit of credit. He hung in there with me. He fought to the bitter end. Even though I beat him, I was not satisfied with the victory. So I tried to break his back with that choke slam. I tried to concuss him with my boot to his head. And then I gave him the extra pain by squashing his balls on the steel guardrail. And when I heard his screams of agony, it gave me joy and pleasure. That I feel he will never be able to have offspring or tell any of his future generations that he fought a real breathing, living monster from hell. And now with Damian Priest gone, I can now focus on what it is I am here for. Now, I await competition to see if anybody can step up and try and challenge me, like the way Priest tried to do the night before.
After explaining what he said, Kane issued a challenge to anyone in the back, and Pete Dunne, Birmingham's own, accepted the challenge. And despite his brave efforts, as you can tell by these shots right here, Kane literally dominated over Pete Dunne and left with an impressive victory in his wake. He's got him! Kane's got him now! Picking up Pete with a thunderous choke slam! That should do it! And it is! Kane wins with pure dominance over Pete Dunne. Up next was a triple threat match involving Cesaro, Mind Stone, and Doug Williams. Three of Europeans' best clashed it out like an absolute epic battle. But despite everything, it was Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, who walked out as the victor, rebounding from his loss. Up next was Brock Lesnar issuing an open challenge of his own, and the Celtic Warrior Sheamus was answering it. The match went back and forth, but as usual, Brock Lesnar put on a stunning performance, and even though Sheamus did hold his own quite well, Brock Lesnar came out on the victory by F5ing the Celtic Warrior. Release on a 6th German suplex. Damn, this match has been stiff, Michael Hayes. It literally has been. You got that right, Don West, and Brock's gonna finish it off. Here comes an F5, dead center, booyah! Give Sheamus credit, turn the lights out, the party's over. Unfortunately for Brock though, as he got to the back, he was clobbered by Karrion Kross, and eventually told him the following week on Hot Wired exactly what his thoughts were, telling him that it was not over between the two. You thought it was over just like that, Lesnar? Oh no. We were just getting started. At European Uprising, I absolutely delighted in what you gave me. As far as I'm concerned, I loved the pain that you inflicted on me. You showed me that you are one total badass. You definitely are an equal that I consider in my eyes. But that beating you gave me meant nothing. It's not over between us, Lesnar. That is why I challenge you to settle it once and for all. It doesn't matter if you have another singles match, or if it's a false count anywhere, or if we have to fight in the streets or anywhere else that we see fit. So I challenge you, at the next pay-per-view, we settle it once and for all. How about we fight in the 4 walls of steel, aka a steel cage match? How about it, Brock? Accept my challenge and I will give you one more opportunity to try and settle what you thought was over. Come the next event, Brock. This time, your doomsday will be upon you. Tick-tock. Later on in the evening, it was Finn Balor taking on Keith Lee. The match was fantastic, going back and forth to high flying, to super strength from Keith Lee, to Finn Balor using his momentum and all kinds of tricks in the books that he could throw at the big man. But in the end, it was Finn Balor who came out victorious and sent this promo to The Undertaker as he would look forward to clashing with him upon Hot Wired. Finn Balor congratulates on your big victory on Keith Lee. In a few weeks' time, you'll be taking on The Undertaker. Tell us how you're feeling. How am I feeling? Well, let me explain it for you, sunshine. What I performed out there against Keith Lee is a small example of what's going to happen when I fight The Undertaker. You know, the dead man, he earned that title against Samoa Joe. He beat the Samoan submission machine. And how fitting that it is that he's going to be climbing in the ring with me, the leader of the Balor Club, the Prince, the Demon of the WWA. Undertaker, you keep that title as close as you can to that darkened soul of yours, because in a short moment, the reign will end before it has a chance to begin. I look forward to meeting with you. I will unleash the demon from within, a demon you have never faced in your career. Dead man, I know that you don't fear me, while I don't fear you either. Because once you look into the eyes of Finn Balor, you will know that you clashed with perhaps your greatest opponent that there ever was, and that there may ever be. I'll see you in Hotwired, Undertaker. When it's all said and done, the leader of the Balor Club, the Prince, will walk out of Hotwired, the new champion, and you will be laid, and you will rest in peace as Finn Balor begins his reign of dominance. Up next at Wrestle Pride was women's action. Bayley and Mary Rose. They clashed up for a few minutes, but in the end, after all it was said and done, it was Mary Rose who got the victory over Bayley, getting momentum for the upcoming women's ladder match that will take place on Hotwired, which will feature Mary Rose and Bayley along with 4 other women in that match. It'll definitely be something to look forward to. And to close the showing at Wrestle Pride, The Undertaker would come out and address to his fans for his post-match victory over Samoa Joe. It was definitely a speech worth hearing. Undertaker, it is with such a tremendous honor to be in your presence. On behalf of the WWA and on behalf of everyone here tonight, congratulations on your victory, as well as winning the WWA World Heavyweight title. Creatures of the night, welcome to the dark days of the World Wrestling Alliance. For 30 years, I ruled my old home, known as the World Wrestling Federation. But after there was nothing left, and with every soul that I laid to rest, it was time to return to the dark side and go into a deep slumber. Almost 3 years later, on January 28th, 2023, in Birmingham, England, a new company, the WWA, was born. And on the same night, you witnessed my reawakening. But on March 26th of this year, European Uprising was the night that became the official reincarnation of The Undertaker. And not only that, but as fate would have it, I was officially crowned to lead this company, and here I stand before you as your first ever World Heavyweight Champion. To all my loyal fans, this title, the most prestigious in professional wrestling,
not only belongs to me, but belongs to you as well. And I am your knight that will fight anyone who tries to oppose us.
A great speech if I ever heard one, Undertaker. However, can you reflect on your epic match with Samoa Joe? I'm sure he'd be interested to know as well.
First things, Samoa Joe, I did what I said I was going to do. I beat you and came out victorious. But after you displayed such an amount of honor and respect, as well as shaking my hand, I had a change of heart and spared you. And for that, I want to thank you, and for being a man, and for having the courage to step in and face me. I applaud you, and when your time is due to rise again, I will give you your chance for this title that I hold as well. While I look forward to meeting the talent that stands before me, there is no doubt that many will make honorable champions, but my reign intends to go for as long as I can hold it. I will challenge anyone that either thinks he has the courage to try and take this title, or I will go out and search for whom I decide in the right mind is to me a worthy future champion that I believe could follow should the time ever come. But as of this moment, the true dawning of the era, as well as the Undertaker's new life in the WWA, has officially begun.
Well, regarding to all the challenges that are lining up to face you, Undertaker, there is one in particular, and that is the #1 contender, Finn Balor himself. He told us earlier that he will unleash his demon upon you, no matter the outcome, while he is looking forward to clashing with you for that title. And he promises to leave his mark on you, and promises to become the victor, and saying that your reign will end before it even begins. Would you care to give us your compliments in return?
Finn Balor, the Demon King himself, is young. He stands on the brink of greatness, just like everyone else. I see within him that he is a great gladiator, just like the rest of the talent. But he carries a dark side of himself, a side that many have fought and lived to tell about. He holds a demon that makes him half human. But in the past, I fought many demons before him, but he is a different type. And so it may seem, he holds a great deal amount of powers that I've never seen before. I will await him next week on Hotwired, and I will see for myself, along with my creatures of the night, and we'll see what Finn Balor is capable of. And together, we will dispose of the demon that he possesses, seal its fate, and finally lay it to rest in peace.
Let me introduce myself to those of you who have not heard of me or may have known me by name. I am Triple H, the Game, the Cerebral Assassin. Now all the questions have been buzzing around ever since my unexpected debut at European Uprising and after my brutal attack on Samoa Joe that many say that ruined the entire event. You've all been asking, why? Why did I assault Samoa Joe, and why did I not make my appearance until now? Well, first of all, I was not happy with my position on the card, and second of all, I was absolutely pissed the hell off when I found out that I was no longer gonna work for the WWF. Last year after my career was done, when I hung my boots up. And you know why? It's because I had no more passion for that company. I had lost my passion for the business, and I felt like I couldn't go anywhere else. But then I got a call of a certain draft picking at a new company that was happening at the same time, just before 2023 rolled around. I watched with pure interest, but then I discovered that I am no longer with the WWF, and now I'm in this new company, the World Wrestling Alliance. It almost sounds like a ripoff from the pre-WCW NWA time, judging by its title. But you know something? I don't really give a rat's ass what this company's named or whatever this promotion's based on. All that matters is that I've gotten the opportunity to find the passion that I lost. I can find a place where I can relace my boots, reignite the flame that originated me since I came into the professional wrestling from day one. But you know, I actually had it with the WWF. Now that I no longer have my wife Stephanie at my hands anymore, and I'm no longer with my father-in-law who looks like a reincarnation of Mickey Mouse of all people. You know something? I don't really give a damn what I'm saying at this point, because right now I have had it with it. The past is done. The Triple H of that time period that you guys hated before, as the CNO, the Chief Executive Officer, the man who directed talent, the guy that made things all that was about best for business, that's all flushed down the toilet. This is the real me. The Game, the cerebral assassin that you all knew and loved. And now I'm back and better than I ever was. As far as the WWF is concerned, Stephanie, good luck in managing that company, because you and I are done. We're terminated. It's all over. And Vince, you can kiss my ass for all your worth. And Shane, it was better knowing you, because you are no longer in my life either. The McMahon-Housley faction is over. I am now back to who I was beforehand. And now, back to business as it should be. You know, I am absolutely sick and tired of all the younger talents out there in the back who've been getting that pushing. They've been burying the veterans and the legends that made this business what it is. But you know something? I was once like that too. A young, arrogant, selfish young son of a bitch who never liked what he wanted. But here in the WWA, according to what I'm seeing, this is the place for opportunity, a place for careers to be resurrected, places for people like me to reclaim their spots. That is exactly what I will do. All you guys in the back who come across me, you better play it straight. You better play it like it's supposed to be, because this ring is not just my environment. It's not just my home. It's in the middle of my game. You play it straight when you face Triple H. And if you don't, you pay the consequences, just like I did to Samoa Joe. Now Joe, you're probably asking, why did I kick your ass and batter you? Well, It's really damn simple. You were caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and finally, I saw an opportunity to take a talent like you out of the picture. You pose a threat to me, just like all the younger talents. You didn't deserve to be in the main event with The Undertaker in the tournament finals. I should have been in the finals. I should have been the world champion. I should be the king leader of the WWA. But it just so happened that my contract had not been activated even after I was put in the damn spinning wheel and found myself landing here. I was traded for a damn Olympic gold medalist, which absolutely pissed the hell out of me. Well, guess what, Kurt Angle? If you get near my ex-wife, you can bang her all you want, because I don't really give a damn. And back to you, Joe. You paid the price for failing. You had your shot to be a champion, and you blew it. That didn't sit well with me, and thus, I had to try and terminate you. Now, if you ever think of coming back, don't go too far and looking where to find me. Because I'll be sitting here and waiting, because I know you want to get at me, you want to get revenge, and you want to get personal. Well, guess what, Joe? I'll be sitting waiting, and once you challenge me, you won't have to wait too long to accept it. Because if you can make it back before United Nations, the next pay-per-view of this company, you better bring your A game. Because I am gonna do what I should have done a long time ago when I had you back in the day when you were in the WWF, when you jumped from NXT to come to the main roster. I'm gonna bury you, humiliate you, and prove to you, just like I'm gonna prove to everybody else there in the back, and all these people out here, that the real Triple H is here, and better than ever, and here to stay. As I said before, when you step in the ring with Triple H, you better play it straight, because I am that damn good. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is your main event of the evening. And it is for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, from Bray County, Big Island, weighing 190 pounds, Finn Balor. His opponent, from Death Valley, weighing 328 pounds, he is the WWA World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. Here is your winner, and still WWA World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. Hello everybody and welcome to Hotwired. It's good old JR alongside with Michael Hayes and Don West. And what a kickoff match we've got for you right now. The semi-finals with Rey Mysterio and Ricochet taking on Randy Orton and Kane. And there's that taunting and jumping ability by Ricochet and the crowd just eating it up. Over the last 30 seconds with Kane, 7 foot, 300 plus pounds, and look at this. Kane has Ricochet and just slingshots him right into Rey Mysterio. Kane falls up with a sidewalk slam. Back, look at this. A springboard pele kick. Oh my. And now he's signaling for possibly a chokeslam from Hal. Here he comes. This is it. Randy Orton and Kane are going to advance. There it goes. Hang on a second. They are. Can you see someone up down the rampway? What's going on there? God, I can't see where it is, but it looks like there's someone coming down the rampway and Kane sees him. Who does he see? I don't know. He's going up on the rampway. Oh my god, it cannot be! It's that damn Damian Priest! Oh no! Maybe not Randy's lesson at European Uprising. And Kane's going right for him! Kane's totally forgotten about the match here! But what is all this about? Damian Priest is distracting Kane, and Rey Mysterio with a hurricane run, a powerbomb by Ricochet! Oh my goodness! Kane doesn't see it yet, but Ricochet, look, 630! And already, oh no! Not like this! Oh no! Kane just turned around, but it's too late! Randy Orton getting in the ring, come on, do something, Orton, what are you doing? How about Kenway, for God's sakes? Wait a minute, what? Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on here? Randy Orton's not helping Kane. He's assisting Damian Priest here. What the hell? Oh God, and Orton and that, toying the crowd. Why is this alliance-ship that these two men have formed? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is your tag team partner here. And look at that. A sit-out choke slam. That's just disgusting. Oh, God, the RKO. Welcome back to Hotwired, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in shock after what we just saw. Avian Priest and Randy Orton are in cahoots. They literally battled the hell out of Kane. And I gotta tell you, you can see that match an upset with Ricochet and Mysterio getting the victory, but what on earth is that all about? We gotta get answers from those two. Damn it, this keeps up. And there's that running knee to the gut, another knee to the gut, and down goes Dijakovic. Oh my god, Dijakovic's coming up. What's this? He's got the big man. Oh, a Rikishi driver. Holy cow. Will that be enough? One. Oh, but look at this. Dijakovic with a... Oh, what a powerbomb. Oh, I have returned the favor. The Rikishi driver of his own. What about his fair play? Now he makes the cover. Will this be it? And it does the trick. Wow. Up next was the first ever champion versus champion, Braun Breaker versus The Undertaker. Now Braun Breaker had been given this opportunity by WWA management to take on the Phenom for the world title, and as you can see in these clips, he literally surprised the dead man with his brute strength and utter determination to win. But Undertaker took advantage of the inexperience by the young Braun Breaker, and just like he did to Finn Balor, he tombstoneed his way to victory, thus retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. And earlier tonight, Andre the Giant made his Hotwire debut, and he obliterated Bobby Roode in less than just 5 minutes to determine a number one contendership for The Undertaker's heavyweight title at United Nations. However though, backstage footage showed that once Andre and Taker crossed paths, things did not go as we anticipated. It became really, really ugly.
Yeah, that's right. All you British people sure know who to show your true colors off with the hatred that you show, because you don't even have what I've got. Now that I have the attention that you are all asking yourselves, as well as everybody at home, is why. Why did I even lay out the big red machine cane? Oh sure, I did learn my lesson at European Uprising, but he didn't. Yes, it's true he beat me in a match that I challenged him for, but to be honest, he only got half of it right. As you can see, I'm still standing and breathing. King, you didn't finish anything. In fact, that was just only the beginning. Why I returned and cost you the World Tag Team Title Tournament? That's real simple enough. You've made a legendary name for yourself in the past, but your name to me is just a bullseye. And I saw my mark, and I took my shot,
when the opportunity came. Thus I came back for you to prove you didn't get the job done. Unmasking you that time was my way of finding out if you were indeed burned and disfigured, as many say you are. It was, however, my way of exploiting your weakness to show what a big red coward you are. My intentions, however, are for me to live in infamy, and with the experience of your name, to become the new dominant player in wrestling, and that the fires of so-called hell flowing through me, the name Damian Priest, will live forever.
Kane, you might be asking yourself why. Why did I help Damien in taking you out? Let's face it. Face the facts that I didn't want to team up with a masked freak who cowers from normal life and society. Look at me. Do I hide behind anything? No. But I'm not weak. And in my life, I may have done some things that are shameful. But unlike you, I accept them. And then I take them in and use them to make me a better human. I couldn't bear myself to team with you. Because in truth, you just hold me back. And as I saw for myself, you wouldn't even come back down to the ring to help me while I was getting my ass kicked by two little jerks. Our loss is on you, Kane. That's why no one would ever stand alongside you. That's why you're alone, afraid of humanity. But most of all, you fear letting down your beloved damn Canaanites. Well, you're going to further shame them. Because once the events of United Nations comes to pass, Damien and I will put you down once and for all.
Canaanites? Randy, is that what Kane calls his followers? I've never heard such punk crap before or since. But I bet you he's not here tonight. And if he doesn't show up, then that just proves what we think of him. I was once inspired by you, you know, Kane. But that inspiration has turned to disgust and regret. Since United Nations is drawing in fast, I will make it clear that it ends there, and with Randy Orton at my side, together we will wipe the flames from within you, and never again will you breathe the fires of life that you are so afraid of. I stand here not only as your world heavyweight champion, but I stand here tonight as a cold-blooded, remorseless, vengeful, and angered Grim Reaper. Last week, you all saw the true colors of Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, the king of all the giants. Andre, it has been my darkest dreams to want to face you. I thought that you would step up to me like a man and show the code of honor. But instead, you displayed a ruthless and cold attitude act and committed a sin that you will not be forgiven for. At United Nations, your fate will be sealed. And I will promise you, as well as my creatures of the night can promise with me, your demise at my hands will be painful and slow and very agonizing. Before this night ends, Andre, I will plan to get even with you. You can rest assured that no matter how big you are, nor strong, or even as intimidating as you are, you will not be able to outstrength me, the power that I possess, and you cannot escape the clutches of the Reaper. The hounds of hell are already calling for your soul, Andre. And when we clash at United Nations for my World Heavyweight title, unlike the last two challengers who have fallen, I will give you an even better, deeper, greater, and more painful demise. Andre, hear me out. Once I found you, I will not hesitate to inflict what I must do upon you. And you will, eventually, whether you're a man or a giant, you will rest in peace.
What in the hell? This isn't right. Andre the Giant has just come out here and he's just ruined the main event between Undertaker, Finn Balor, and he's helping Damian Priest and Randy Orton destroy these two. Come on! This is not right, damn it. We need help out here. Where's the security guards when we need them? Where's the Metropolitan Police officer, Ross? Oh, wait a second, look! Look up there on the ramp! Oh my god, that can't be! As Randy Orton, Damian Priest, and Andre the Giant lay waste to The Undertaker, it seems that nothing will happen. Nothing seems to be coming for the dead man's aid, despite the match being thrown out. But then all of a sudden on stage appears a man dressed mostly in white and red. It's none other than Brother Love himself. Oh, will you stop? Stop right there! You three leeches of boys have just tried to lay waste to the greatest that ever existed on this grand scale of love of wrestling. Do you not see that you have caused a disturbance within God's creation? A disturbance that has now rattled the devil's cage. Oh, Brother Andre, Brother Orton, and Brother Priest, I, Brother Love, have seen what you're trying to do, And now, it gives me with all the pleasure within to look up and forgive and tell God that I must now look down into the bones of hell and unleash Satan's fury. Oh, hear the devil, may forth you come to commence your destruction. Wait a second! It's the big red machine! Kane is here! He has not forgotten what Randy Orton and WWA Priest did to him the week before. It was disastrous, it was terrible. But now, Kane is here and he's back for vengeance. And he's come to assist his brother and Finn Balor against these three idiots. Revenge is so perfect. Revenge is best when served with a hot or cold, JR. And here it is. Kane is here. And what a sight we've got. And what a sight for Brother Love to debut of all people. And like, is he with Kane or is he with The Undertaker or is he signed with Balor? What is going on here? But what we do know is Kane's here to unleash hellfire and brimstone in this cluster screwed up main event that Andre ruined. Referees just throwing this match out, but my God, it's chaos in the night in Liverpool, England. And Kane's in, he's going straight after Andre. The man who just revenge the Taker. It's supposed to. Oh my God, Kane! Oh! Jesus! On behalf of the World Wrestling Alliance, United Nations will be the upcoming pay-per-view. And to give you a rundown of the carding events, this has been announced for it. On the pay-per-view kicking off show, it will be Heavy Machinery taking on the new World Tag Team Champions of Ricochet and Rey Mysterio. The underdogs beat the Viking Raiders for the tag team titles in the finals. Can they do the same by taking on the big guys of the Heavy Machinery? Only time will tell us. Then our match number 2 on the card will be for the Women's Champion. It will be Bayley taking on Layla. And apparently what had happened in the build-up was that Bayley had been disrespecting the women's division, not fighting like a real champion at the upcoming event, until to take on the current women's champion. Can Bayley hold off the new challenge? Only time will tell us even further when the match unfolds. And match number 3 will be the final event between Brock Lesnar and Karrion Kross as they settle it inside the 4 walls of steel, inside a steel cage. This match will not be pretty, it will be brutal and a total bloodshed. And our matchup on number 4 will be a special 8-man tornado tag match to determine the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles. Cesaro and Sheamus, Mind Stone and Doug Williams, The Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan taking on the Viking Raiders. It will totally be chaotic, let me tell you that. Any team can win it, and they will eventually get a tag shot against the tag champions on Hot Wired. It definitely will be a sight to see. Our next matchup will be an awesome one-on-one matchup for the newly crowned World Television Champion. Braun Breaker has been facing some good competition, proving to be one hell of a champion, until Keith Lee earned a number 1 contender shot during the build-up, and he will promise to give Braun Breaker one hell of a match. It was a challenge he could not refuse. Will we see the title change hands? Will Braun Breaker's reign continue? Or will Keith Lee somehow make the title change hands and become, as he liked to say, a limitless TV champion? And the next up on the card will be Triple H's pay-per-view debut as he looks to take on Samoa Joe, the guy who he destroyed at the end of European Uprising. Samoa Joe had not been seen for a long while, but finally he made his triumphant return and choked out Triple H and accepted his challenge, and thus the match was made official. This will be definitely one that Triple H wished he had not taken. And then on the upcoming match, one of the next upcoming matches, it will definitely be one of the most hyped and billed. It will mainly be the final curtain call between Kane and Damian Priest, but now with Randy Orton into the mix, Kane needed to find a partner, and he found one in the Demon Finn Balor, who actually asked Kane if he would love to step up with him and would help fight against the evil Damian Priest and the Viper Killer Randy Orton. And with Brother Love in their corner, all hell is gonna let loose, and it was officially declared in the contract that Kane stated that this would take place in an even danger 4 walls of hell, even worse than a steel cage match, as it was written down to be a tornado hell in the cell. A total war zone this match will be. And finally, in the main event, the match that everyone's been looking forward to, the clash of the 8th wonder of the world, taking on the Phenom, Andre the Giant versus The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. The dream match that many wish could have happened, and finally it gets to happen, right here tonight on United Nations. One of these two men in this dark, titanic clash fantasy will clash for the gold, but only one will come out victorious. Can The Undertaker keep his title and keep it going? Will Andre dethrone the Phenom and become only the second ever man to hold the World Heavyweight Championship? Find out with so much action here to come as we will go to United Nations, where it's not about uniting with your friends, it's about uniting to go to war with your enemy. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jim Ross. Thank you so much for this special recapping of the WWA of Wrestle Pride and Hotwired. As you know, I will be looking forward to United Nations. On behalf of everybody here in the WWA, good night everybody.